Dear Heavenly Father up above, we ask you to watch over this show, watch over this chat, watch over even the enemy, Lord. We ask you to keep in mind that none of us are perfect. We're trying, we're striving to be better. You know, when you got negative people, it's hard, Lord. We ask you to watch over any young person who's being abused mentally, physically, verbally, anything. We ask you to watch over any elderly being abused, any inmates, any young child suffering from a disease, elderly person, you know, any veteran, anybody who's in addiction right now. Anybody, an animal, anybody who's just suffering. You know, Lord, they say that I pray and then I go on to bash people, Lord. I pray because you know my sins before I confess them. I come to you because I try to ask for help and guidance. I get better every day. None of us are perfect, Lord. You know that. You only have the right to judge me. You know, Lord, without you, we're nothing. In your name we pray, amen. Let me get on this. Guys, listen. Um, this little leprechaun has a lot of balls, man. He really does. I don't know who the hell he thinks he is or what he thinks he's. What's up with my flag? I don't know what's going on tonight. Yeah, he thinks he's something special. And you got the maggot. Yo, Ollie, what's up, brother? And you got the maggot doing the same shit. Talking about, let's talk about Jules. Because let me just say something real quick. God bless her, her mom. Hope they, God just stay with them, get them through this time. But Maggie, you talk about Jules, right? She's a tough chick, number one. Diego. But number two, she doesn't need nobody to defend her. But again, let me talk to you, Maggie, you little punk ass little clown. Because I'm really trying not to curse. But what I will say about this guy is, you're talking about somebody who was never convicted of something. That's slander, bro. Maggot, she was never convicted of that. And even the dude, her ex, whatever he went through was his business. You know? You're the one harassing women, coming up here every day bashing people, thinking you're some scary tough guy that people should be scared of. And now you got this leprechaun, this Keebler elf who's up there here. He was with you too. Yeah, we go where we want. And listen, exactly that. Go wherever the hell you want. He's a clown, man. You see what he's doing. Hey, Nurse Jet. And Diego knows too. He's been around. That's why he's been really good at the way he says certain things. Because he knows. Celia. Yeah, I know that. Yeah, I know. And you know what, Jules? I'm so mad at you. You're such a bad girl for getting caught with a little bit of weed. How dare you, Jules? That's like nothing. Look, I know good people, man. I mean, yeah, I've been wrong a couple times on here, but the one thing about Jules from day one is the same person till now. And I just feel like, Maggot, you talk about you're this guy who has this moral compass, which we know the only close to compass is, let me stop. You just, you're nobody, man. You don't have anything but this fake, this persona you have put up here for yourself. Like you got a real veteran, the Stone Sour. He'll be here soon. When he comes up, you guys can see what a real veteran looks like, what a real man of valor looks like. Somebody who doesn't run around bragging and doesn't have to act like he's something that he's not. And like I said, I heard what Dr. Zeus said last night. I heard what Maria's going to drag me and they're going to come to my neck of the woods and go to where I coach. Well, stupids, when you coach, you have to go through a background check. And unlike some of the people you guys talk to, affiliate with, I've never had nothing but a drug case. So try again, because I've never done anything, man. I've never been in anything like that or been charged with anything against a woman or any kids or nothing like that. You know what I mean? That's not what I was raised to be. I made a stupid mistake, and it is what it is. But you'll never be anything but just a stone cold clown. And your wife, Brenda, and Leprechaun, look at you, man. You got your wife works every day. You're home, right? Playing games, smoking your little whatever, talking yit about me and everybody else because you're jealous. Because yeah, I've been to prison. Not prison. I've been to the county, only a couple months, nothing crazy. I've been I've been questioned a few times, but nothing crazy. A lot of my friends though are down. My brother's been down 25, 28 years. But no, all joking aside, like, who is this guy? Like, really? Like, I don't want to get into too much. I'm waiting for the Stone Sour because he's been through us too. And by the way, applesauce is very good. Oh, think about it, man. He talks all this crap about him and then the leprechaun. You're another one. You said, I can't, I gotta wait for him, man. Yeah, I had one stupid case that I never told, and that's why I caught that little bit of time. They had nothing on me. That wasn't my case. No fingerprints, nothing. But the other kid beat the case, and whole case fell on me. You know, I come from an era where you just don't tell, so I didn't know nothing. I wasn't gonna say nothing, but it is what it is, man. You know. Now, that don't make anybody that. And to be honest, I wouldn't think if anybody did. Soflo did 22 years. A lot of people I know, my brother's down 28. He didn't do it. We have proof that he didn't do it. We're trying to get him home. And yes, I am representing the Eagles because who cares if Dallas beat them? But yeah, the Leprechaun is not who he says he is, man. You guys can figure out what he's about. He's a clown too. He really is. And to the women, no, I was never in prison. I was in the county. I was locked up in 1996. The summer of 1996. That was at Philadelphia County. Brother, listen, I was biting my tongue, salivating because I wanted to just, you know, no, I was never in prison, Marie. Get that right. No. And I did do 20 months on parole and 2 years on probation with no problems. 30 some urines. But how you doing, bro? You good?
Good, yeah, I'm doing great. How are you, brother?
Yeah, listen, Jules, the only reason why I went away is because I was only supposed to do work release at my cousin's junkyard for like go in for a week, turn myself in, come out, and then go back and forth. But they didn't do that to me. So I did a couple months, but it is what it is, man. You know, the thing is, Maria, you talk about me. I saw your record. Let's not get into that because I do have that somewhere. Yeah, I don't want to get into that, Maria. You're a woman. I don't. I'm warning you. Just don't. What I will say to these women, and then I'm gonna leave. We'll get on, move on. Women, stop taking my kindness for weakness. I'm not gonna go into 2023, and I'm still not gonna bash women, but I'm not gonna be taking this abuse no more. Really, like I'll do it. I'll send somebody else to handle it. That's the way it'll go. But what's going on, regular guy? Seretti. So the one thing I really wanted to talk about was, injury recovery, cannabis, and all. And then we get this bombshell before we come in that the leprechaun thinks that who cares what the maggots lying about stolen valor as long as he's not profiting. Bro, that really hit my heart like it hit my heart like really like as if I served right next to you, bro, and I could never even say that. So,
You
but you know what I mean? It really, I'm not even joking. Like that really bothered me. Who the hell is he?
consider the source. This is a man that would know nothing about risking his life for another person. You
No,
understand? This is the guy that that's why to him it's like, so what? It's not like they're making money. He's not making money off of it. Who cares? See, coming from Johnny, who's never, who doesn't care about anybody but himself his whole life,
yeah.
for him, for someone to, sacrifice years of their life to go and serve the country and possibly die, could end up dying. See, Johnny wouldn't know anything about something like that. He doesn't have the integrity or the honor or the balls to do something like that. So that's why to him it doesn't mean anything.
So, for the people in here who don't know you, some of the ladies in here, I know you were, were a dog handler, bomb dog, whatever, and you did what, 2 tours over there too? You did in Iraq?
I did 2 tours in Iraq, but I did total 20 years in the
20
service.
years, people. This is a real veteran. This is real value here. This is not the fake maggot. And you know, it's crazy that the leprechaun would sell out like that. He's supposed to be an U.S. Army medic, dude. He's always hanging out with them. I wonder what he feels about that. To me, I think it's disgusting, man. It really
The
does.
U.S.
Like,
Army medic, ever since this happened, U.S. Army medic hasn't come back into my chat because he knows if once he comes back into my chat, he's going to have to come and answer before the man. He's got to come and answer to me. You
as he
understand? Because
should.
I want to know why. You know what I'm saying? I want to know. I want an explanation why, combat medic, you decided to stay with Johnny. I want to know
I'll
why.
tell you right now, man. I mean this. Look, I apologize to Rob. I came in here. We went through some shit. There was another guy. Something happened. I was misinformed. I apologize to him. He's a brother. I love this dude. He really is. This guy's a solid friggin' dude here. Let me tell you about the Stone Sour. He's not the kind of guy. Look, Stone Sour leave the panel as a doxer. Yeah, come on. Can you get this one? That's a troll. Listen, there's no doxing involved anywhere with the Stone Sour. Number one. Number two, you're talking about him with whatever. Oh my god, I don't get these people. See, they try to get you off topic to get to the crux of to not get to what it is. And so what it is a bunch of men have hijacked a certain genre with these nice women, and they've been really like just harassing these women every day. The maggot, the
Well, that's
leprechaun,
terrible. Remember, Maggot is a guy who says he was a Marine, says he got a Purple Heart. He's a liar. He was never even in the military. He's a big liar. He's a big fraud. He's not a biker. He's nobody. He's just
No.
a sad old man. That's all he is. That's all he ever will be. That's all he's ever been. And his wife, unfortunately, she is just as
Hi, Stacey.
pitiful as he is.
Yeah,
Because at
she's sitting there
first,
with him every day.
yeah, at first we thought maybe she wasn't involved, but now we find out that they are involved together, that she's fully aware and is involved in all this stuff, and she fully supports what her husband does,
Yeah,
David Mom.
and let me
And that
reiterate
I
too,
don't like
because
going after women like you, Mike. I don't
no,
go after
no,
women.
but hey,
I never want an argument with a woman. I never had. Listen, I'm not even about to fucking try. All right,
uh-uh.
so I'm not even. But Brenda, the fact that you're doing this with your husband is really terrible. I thought if anything, you would be the type of woman I would hope that would tell her husband, "Hey, stop doing this. You're making these women feel afraid. You understand? You're doing things. You're putting their addresses out. That's the type of woman I would hope Brenda would be, but apparently she's not.
No,
So it's really unfortunate.
no, and he talks and all these guys, and they talk about you know, cop callers. The maggot talks, Mister. For all the people in here, he says he's Mister Tough Guy, X 1%er. Let me tell you something right now. This is who he is. Extort you. Call the fucking police and quit fucking around with him. Call the police. He's a cop caller. Telling you he's going to slander your children if you don't get rid of someone who's a moderator is a goddamn extortion case. No, we have an extortion case is when he tried to extort Tony Soflo and Nikki Blade.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
yeah, and the thing is, like, when I see a dude like Black Hat and you're here, and to be honest, you know me, man, I don't care about numbers and all this. I do this therapy for me, but I love
Yeah,
the people that you meet. And yeah, none of us are perfect. We don't know who everybody is, but as you get to know and you wean in and out, like you come to see, like the one thing that's been certain is the maggot's been a piece of shit for long enough now for everybody to know. The fact that anybody would still be, enabling this guy or associating with him, and then you see a guy like the leprechaun, after what he did to him and his wife, get right back, and then you got harmless Deadly's on there, and he's saying zoom into his crotch, and he's doing it. And he's like, but I don't want to. And you hear him just like that whole like I don't know like fear factor that he's got, whatever. But he don't scare me a little bit,
What
man.
I say to Mike Prick and Harmless Deadly, are you guys men or are you mice? Look at you two. This dude bosses you around, this fucker. I bet you've never even really seen his face. and he
No.
talks to you guys like you're friggin', like you guys are like just do boys. You're
And
just
let me,
there to friggin', like you're servants basically. And he
yeah,
disrespects you the way. I mean, how could you call yourself a man and sit there and let this guy abuse you like that? Like, don't you have any fucking dignity?
yeah, and what's funny too is like, when I look at a guy like, or even Mike Prick or anybody, like I don't consider like deadly harmless. He's a young kid, like Soflo was saying. He has a chance to turn this shit around. Like, remember this, harmless. Everything you're doing here up on the internet, that's why I don't do certain things. I'm even trying not to curse a lot because I'm understanding monetization. Lisa told me you can't curse within the first minute or something of YouTube. I don't
So I
know.
don't know. I'm not monetized. You guys are. I haven't monetized
Yeah,
anything
why don't you do that? You got
because
like
I
what?
don't. I like my First Amendment.
Yeah, you like to say what you want. Yeah,
I like my
yeah,
Second
definitely.
Amendment too.
Well, the best way to do it is run your show and then just tell people just send some cash apps instead of
And I
going
like.
through all
Hey,
that.
and I like the. Hey, and I like the 11th Amendment because I'm gonna create another constitutional amendment.
Wait, what's the 11th Amendment?
Life, liberty, and the pursuit of cannabis,
There we
baby.
go. Definitely. Well, no, like it's funny because like what I say about you is, if people don't like, look, man, like even Kevin was a prison guard. You did that. You were in the military. Like I was a stupid guy in the street that looked up to guys and believed in a certain stigma. I believed that, these guys were tough dudes or this guy was this guy or this guy. Like I was unfortunately looking up to the wrong guys, man. Because
Well, I
a lot of
told you
it's
that.
poverty when you're young.
Yeah, but I was taught the same things about those guys when I
Yeah,
was
yeah, but you were
guys.
smart. You went the other way.
Yeah,
You
I
were
just look
smart.
I just looked at it. I'm like, no, man, this ain't right. You know what I'm saying? Like all these other guys, they go home every day and you go to jail. Like, what the fuck kind of dad is that? You know what I'm saying? You're in
No,
jail most of my life. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you, so I was like, with all that tough guy bullshit, So
so
I
like
just
I
said,
don't. Yeah, I don't think these people understand where with that picture of you and Geraldo. Where are you guys at?
that was
Where are
in a
you?
that was in a camp. JC got that. It's funny because JC nailed it one because that was the time when Geraldo he did a live broadcast about 15 minutes after talking to me. He did a live broadcast where he disclosed where we were, which he wasn't supposed to do
Why would he do that?
because I guess he got I don't know, he just got carried away with himself. He
There you
just should
go.
know.
Great
Uh,
point, Miss Mickey. Man, you gotta send. We gotta talk. Hit me up on Instagram. COTS code. That's a good one, man. Because I'd like to elaborate on that.
but
Um, go.
he was just like, well,
Hi,
here's where
Patricia.
we are. How are you, Patricia? Here's where we are. Oh, and here's where the enemy is. Like he was doing this whole
Jesus.
diagram live on Fox News. And as soon as and I'd met him about 5 minutes before that. Now, what you don't know is way to the left of where I am was the John, was the porta potty.
Ah,
I came out, I was going to the John, and as soon as I stepped out of the John, I was washing my hands because they have these tables where you can wash your hands with like water, clean water. And then I turn around and I see this big mustache, and I have my dog tied up, right? I have my dog tied up, and next thing I know, I grabbed my dog, and then I went over there and I'm like, hey, Geraldo, and he's like, yeah. I'm like, how are you? And he sees me, I'm with my dog, and he starts like, what's your dog's name? I said, my dog's name is Art, A-R-T, like Arthur. His name is
yeah,
Art.
yeah, yeah.
And he starts telling my dog, like, sit, Art, sit. And my dog's looking at him like, what are you talking? Like, and then he wanted to pet Art. And I said, Geraldo, my dog is an attack dog. He's a bomb detection dog and an attack dog. He'll bite you. Don't try to pet him. So I had to like keep pushing him. He kept trying to come in. I'm like, Geraldo, he's gonna bite you. I had to tell him. I'm like, Geraldo, don't try to pet him because he's like trying to pet his nose. And Art, Art's trained
Feel
to.
better, Kevin. We hope you feel better, bro.
have you feel better, brother. And
You know, you're always
always,
welcome. If you want to pop on, let me know.
if you make any sudden or aggressive movements towards me as his handler, he's going to bite you, my
Yeah,
dog, because that's what he's trained to do. So I kept telling Geraldo, I'm like, Geraldo, stay away. Because then I'm like, oh my God, I could just imagine friggin', my dog bites Geraldo, and then it's like an international freaking incident, But anyway, at least I was there. I got him there long enough to take it. The guy had a camera and he took a picture. So
that's great, man. How was he? Was he cool, like off camera too, and all that?
yeah, he was real nice. Like I said, then he went over there and he did that briefing, and he screwed up because he
Did he?
gave away
How
all
much?
those.
Can he get in trouble for that?
Well,
I
he
mean,
did. He
like,
got suspended for a couple months, and then they let him back in the country again, I believe. But he had this time he had like two or three big brass bigwig officers and stuff following him around to make sure he don't get in
making
trouble.
sure he wasn't messing up.
Yeah, yeah.
That
They gave
kid,
him a nice.
JJ's always got a funny thing. Like he said, every funny shit seeing the dog attacking Geraldo.
Yeah. I know,
My
man.
here it is. Wait. Uh, I think that's my IG. I'm not good at this stuff. I think it's COTS code. But yeah, that's crazy, man. But
I
for
don't know how
most,
to say mine. I have two of them. One I'm going to sell clothes on, which is going to be the Stone Sailor, and the
yeah,
other one's just Rob Farlow, which has all my stuff for IG, my my pro wrestling stuff, all that stuff that I do, all the different things.
the
My job.
you know what's funny though? The information that was sent to me tonight before I was on a SoFlo show real time.
Yeah.
Somebody sent me a picture of the maggots place, and it's the same one, same information that we got too. So that was
So
pretty. So like for most people who don't know you, like I mean, not only that, what was it? When was it? 2019? When
when?
was it that you became paralyzed?
Oh, that
When was
was
it?
2019. Yeah, that's when I had my spinal injury.
2019. He was paralyzed
Yep.
and told him
Mm-hmm.
he'd never walk again. By the grace
Yep.
of God, man. Damn, that's
Yep.
crazy. Now with the
Yep.
cannabis thing, because I really want to get into this a little bit. We can
Mm-hmm.
always bash them people. Don't you believe cannabis? I believe has helped my injury. I've had 6 surgeries, man. I've been banged up for a long time. They want me to get more now. I'm going to another doctor on the 5th. But I don't want to get cut anymore, man. I've had 6 major. I've been,
Yeah.
still have sciatica, permanent nerve damage.
Yeah.
I
I have
believe
that.
the cannabis has helped me, man, a lot.
Oh,
Really.
it completely. I don't. Cannabis isn't a. They say it's a gateway drug. No, it's an exit drug, because it
Yeah.
got me. I exited off of alcohol and pain pills by smoking cannabis.
Oh yeah, it
When
came
I
straight.
first had my spinal injury, they were trying to get me addicted to freaking pain pills. I'm the one who told the doctor
Yeah,
I'm not taking any more of these.
I know
Right?
that.
Yeah, I a pro wrestling. I'm a manager, pro wrestling manager, part time sometimes. Depends if
You
the
ever,
money's right.
Pat
Um,
Tillman? Do you ever
That's
see Jimmy the Heart down there?
yeah. I bumped into him. I took the pictures with him and the Ben
Oh,
Mala
he was
guy.
with him that day. That's right, he was with him that day.
Yeah.
I didn't see
But
him on. The only thing I saw was you. Ben was talking to the other guy, and you were sitting there laughing, cracking up. I said, "Oh man, this is great."
then I just said, forget it with the pain pills. Told the doctor I'm not taking anymore, and I was suffering for a while. And next thing, I had a friend introduce me to cannabis, and that was it. It saved my life. That was
Yeah,
in that was in 2020, because prior to that I didn't use cannabis. I was military my whole life. I was a military police officer. I was a corrections officer, federal law enforcement officer. I was in my
what
whole
was
life.
the one thing, man? I always wanted to ask you this because I never asked you this, man. What was the one thing while you were up, paralyzed and all that? What was the
Yeah,
one thing that you really realized, like, what was not saying the one thing that you missed? I'm sure there's a lot, but what was the one thing that was really like made you say, "Damn, man, really?" Like, what made you realize the severity? Like, what Was there one thing what hit you then? Because I know that had to be like, damn, man. You know?
Well, I mean, you mean what? When they told me this, or when
No,
what?
like when you were laying there paralyzed, you couldn't move like that.
Yeah.
When was that moment when you were like, man, this is for real? You know, like was there one was it like over a period?
It took about probably 3 or 4 days after
God
like
bless
my
your husband. I'm
after
sorry.
my surgery.
Karma.
Uh, it took about 3 or 4 days after that emergency surgery to open up my spine and get all that
AJ.
infection out of it. It took about 3 or 4 days, and then I was like, "Oh my God, is this the end of me? Like this is the end? You know, like holy shit, I'm never gonna walk again. I'm never gonna,
And
this is it.
how long
My life's
so
over."
was it 2019 till how long before you started really walking again? How long ago was like was it 2 years? Three
Yeah,
years?
I started walking. I started walking in 2020, uh, end of 2021.
But that had to be hard through the pandemic and all, man. You're in a hospital,
Well,
right?
actually, it was good for me because I wasn't going anywhere anyway.
Yeah, right. Yeah,
I
right.
was
Shit.
paralyzed, Michael. What fucking did I? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
What a
I know,
time
I
to be
know.
paralyzed. If you think about it,
No,
I
but I'm
used to
saying you
laugh.
could
I
be
used to be
home
like,
versus,
yeah, but I mean, look about it. Like, what the fuck? Like, think about it. I'm paralyzed. I'm in my bed. I'm like, what am I missing? Everyone's running around with a mask on, and I'm fucking, I'm laying there in a diaper.
yeah,
You
that's
know what I'm
true.
saying? I'm like, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, well, no one wants to go anywhere anyway. I'm watching all this TV scaring the hell out of people, and everyone, people were just getting nasty.
Yeah,
To
guys,
each
like
other.
people don't realize this dude right here is not only a real veteran, this guy was paralyzed, man, and God is, I believe Rob has faith. Cannabis is a big, even for me, it's helped me a lot. I've had 6 major surgeries. The one they did on my back, I couldn't walk for like after my one surgery, I couldn't walk for a year. I still limp sometimes. I got sciatica. That's why when you see me moving, that's not me really. I'm an antsy person, but a lot of that is sciatica too. But yeah,
Nerves, yeah, nerve
he's
I
been
got
through a
permanent
lot.
nerve. Yeah, I got permanent nerve damage, so that's why. But I'm on my feet. I'm up. I'm up. I
Yeah,
can
yeah,
walk.
yeah.
I do that. So, I mean,
Train.
I was a wheelchair to a walker to a cane, and I still use a cane every now and then, especially if sometimes I walk up some days, wake up, some days are better than others. Some days I'm all cramped and tight and I can't move
Yeah,
much.
man.
And some
That's
days
like
I'm loose, man, and I'm friggin', I feel good. I feel
people don't realize on the Harley, it's people say, "Oh, how can you ride if you got injuries?" Man, listen, you don't understand riding on a bike how much it does hurt, but the therapy, man, what it really just for your mind, what it does. But I could never ride like I used to, man. I used to be able to, my injuries have really, my knee is real bad right now too. So I've been taking it easy with that. But
yeah,
no, I feel like that cannabis is a great part. I believe that it makes people focus. There's different strands, three of them: sativa, hybrid, indica. You can have your morning uppity. You can have stuff to make you go to sleep. There's all kinds of different stuff, man. Cannabis. There's people coming off heroin and taking cannabis. That's true. You know, I feel like that most people don't get it. A lot of people take their life for granted, and like the stuff you've been through is serious, man. Not only that, like you all that in the war, you did all that 2 wars. Or how many? I
yeah.
don't know how many you were there. Do you come back and then you have that? I mean, that's
There's a
all
lot of
them
things.
back surgeries, my own.
If you go and look at my YouTube channel, you'll see I tell the story of it. It's I
Yeah,
can't. It's pretty. It's a pretty.
yeah. I don't want to. I had they fused. I'm not gonna lift my shirt up, but they fused. You can see it over. Look right through there. They took my discs out. I have a big scar on my back too. They got went
Yeah,
in my neck, my knee. Yeah, I don't technically. Well, when I won my case when we sued, I get a stipend every month. that gets to me through the state, but nobody. I would never want to go through that for that. Like I've been banged up. I can never do the work I used to do, and I used to make good money, man. I used to make
Yeah,
good money in construction, very good money.
yeah,
So people don't realize. So now you got to use your brain. So I've been taking classes on the side. I've been studying, reading, and computers is where it's at. Yeah, look what he said, Black Cat. So Black Cat, let me ask you a question because I love you, bro, and I'm not putting you on the spot. You don't have to answer it. How do you feel about Johnny the Leprechaun Mac saying he doesn't care if the maggot has stolen Valor or not, as long as he doesn't profit from it? Who cares what he does? Why do people care? What do you think about that? I think it's ridiculous, man. You know, because I have so much respect for like my dad and you and the guys over there right now and the people. Pat Tillman lost his life. So many young soldiers going over there like the most unselfish act in the world. People run to that to know that you're protecting Americans and you're protecting the rest of the world because we have what 28 countries in NATO, which I don't know what's going on now with Africa, and you know they're starting to they're not really trying to rock with us no more, and they seem like they're doing a lot with China. Did you see all that they're doing? And I don't
yeah.
want to talk political, but it's crazy, man.
It's very disappointing. I'm seeing our economic, or excuse me, our whole country as a whole being kind of
Yeah, he said
downgraded.
it. Look, he said it. Disappointing.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think, and that's what I think, man. I think it's like that for mostly all Americans because, all
yeah.
right,
We're
so
just looking really bad. We're looking really bad abroad. We're not looking strong. I think I like us to always appear strong. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
all right, and even if you take that away, like when you see a guy like you, forget my father because he wasn't in a war, but he was stationed in Germany and he came from Italy and
Yeah, yeah.
he adopted this country over his own. But like to just, I have a soft spot for veterans, and I think that any guy who can sit there and dog somebody out like that, and say something like that when you know that this guy is not a veteran, like
Yeah.
it's just just like he's willing to do all that just because of
A complete fraud. You know, it's offensive. And Johnny Mack, he doesn't see it as that because Johnny feels, there's got to be money involved. You cannot. In other words, why would the veterans get mad? What's the big deal? Because Johnny doesn't understand what integrity is. He doesn't understand what it means to say, "I'll give my life for something." You understand? He's never done that. He never signed a piece of paper saying, yeah, if they tell you to run up that hill and people are being mowed down by a machine gun nest, you have to run up the hill. See, Johnny can't even fathom making an
no,
agreement like that. He doesn't have the integrity in his not one scintilla of it in his body.
no, not at all. And that's really the sad part because not even just for nothing, not for him, but he's got kids he's raising, and he's got a situation with what, God forbid, like he wouldn't be able to have the freedom. Yeah, I know, man. Pat Tillman, God rest his soul. Like, how could you not care? Like, you don't have no. Everybody can feel however they want. That's the greatest thing about this country. But what I
Yep.
just said, everybody can feel and do whatever they want. Freedom of speech. That's what our military fight is fighting for, right or wrong. That's all I'm saying. Like, that's what bothers me.
Seem
Yeah,
like it seems like now the fight for freedom of speech is at home now more than it is abroad. They're trying to silence Americans now from exercising their First Amendment right.
yeah.
With these big social media companies, the way that they're just with Twitter, with Elon Musk releasing all those files, how they were purposely trying to sway things and ignore stuff, real stuff that back when journalism had like true integrity,
Oh yeah.
it used to exist, but it doesn't exist anymore now because all these big media companies are owned by like the same three people, and they try to control the agenda, and people are now looking, getting their news, from alternative sources. I always tell people left, right, go watch it on the left show, watch it on the right show, put it in the middle, and that's probably 80% of the truth because
I don't
both
know
sides.
about that. I've heard that too, Diego, about Tillman with friendly fire. I don't know enough about it.
Friendly fire, unfortunately,
Yeah.
yes.
That's shit can happen though, right? I mean, look at what's his name? Look at the sniper came home and he was shot by a guy at the range, right?
Yeah, it was Chris Kyle. Yeah, the the
Man.
lady BB had a question for me.
Who did BB?
BB, yes. The healthcare. Well, what Donald Trump did, and I'm not pushing any president over the other. I'm just saying this. There was a bill in that he got passed that allowed us now we can go out to the private sector. Like in other words, because there were so many veterans dying to get appointments because they were 6-7 months wait time. Now there's a law that they pushed, and of course Democrats voted for it, Republicans voted
Yeah,
for
yeah,
it,
yeah.
but it so happened that Trump was the president.
He just had to be the president.
Okay. Which now says if you have a wait that's going to be over 30 days, you can call any civilian doctor outside of the VA and call them, get an appointment, and the VA will have to pay for it. So he pushed that in, which now it's gotten a lot better. It's significantly gotten better because now they want to get you in there under that 30 days because they're trying to save money. But if they can't, then that means I get to call any specialist I want and go straight to them.
Yeah, I know my dad had a bad experience with the veterans.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know there's a lot that has. I'm just saying that bill, which enabled us to go, I think it's the choice. I think they call it the VA
Yeah.
choice. It's gotten better with that. It's gotten better. Is it perfect? No. Is there a lot of improvement needed? Yes, tremendously. But it's got
Oh,
that bill.
his brother was deployed with him, Tillman?
I don't think so.
Is that Black Cat? Is that who you're talking about? He was
Was he?
deployed. No, my friend Ed was. Black Hat. I don't know who you're talking about. I don't know if you mean him, but my friend right here, man, Ed.
Yeah, Ed.
Yeah, we're gonna get together. Matter of fact, I have to call him tomorrow. Black Hat, who are you talking about?
I
Yeah,
hear
vets are
you.
treated like crap, man. Oh, Pat and him, look, they went in together.
He had a brother with him. I didn't know. I thought he
That's
was. I
great,
didn't know.
man. God rest his soul. I think it's crazy, man. I was watching even when I was watching Top Gun, I'm watching these guys, man, and I'm like, people don't realize how much goes into it. I can never understand somebody disrespecting a whole, even just saying, who cares? Who cares? I mean, you're basically disrespecting a whole bunch, man. It's not just you. It's not just, Black Hat. Every guy out there, man. It's just, hey, whatever. Especially when he said all his shows, he's not a veteran, he's not this. Come on, guys, is he really a veteran? Come on, people.
Yeah, he should be getting reimbursed if he's driving that far. I don't know. There was a lady's
Yeah,
comment. I missed it.
yeah, Miss Mickey. But
Um,
somebody said something earlier about back surgery. Listen, I've had two of
my
them.
husband has to travel almost 80 miles to go to the VA hospital. It takes an argument just to reimburse him for the gas.
Yeah, I
That's
heard that.
that that's yeah. I'm so sorry to hear that. I really am. Jesus. Call your
Now you
patient advocate. The patient advocate, your husband's patient advocate should help him. Whoever his patient advocate is.
see the thing is like for people who never served, like maybe if a dude like the Leprechaun would have, went through a boot camp or went through something like that and could see how much, or just really pick up a friggin' newspaper and watch how much, like how much really I'm telling you, like there's so many moving parts. The way they're trained, like this, like it's crazy, man. Like I used to sit there and say, like with John McCain, I used to be like, man, forget that dude, he ratted. Then I had a veteran sit me down, and they're like, look, one guy was like, we don't respect them. These are old timers now, Vietnam vet guys. They're like, we don't respect them. But one guy pulled me inside and was like, listen. He said no. He said, that guy did some time, 5 years.
Yeah.
Oh, look, here we go. We got another fake. Stone said, thank you for the view, Paul. Thank you, Maggot.
What did he
Thanks,
write?
Maggot.
What did he write?
They said, Stone Sailor never fired a gun. That's the Maggot.
Oh,
Stone Sailor is no combat vet. Yeah. Hold on a second. What a clown, man. Really.
you might want to look. You might want to look at my DD-214. You'll see. You'll
Yeah,
see. You'll see on there.
why don't they just look at my thumbnail? Hold on.
DD-214. You'll see what type of vet I am.
Yeah. Hold on. I got you, brother. I got you back. Yeah, he's no vet. He's no veteran. Do you know who that is? That's the governor of Florida. Hold on,
Yeah.
brother. I got you.
Senator now.
Yeah, Senator Scott.
Rick Scott. Yeah.
Okay, hold on. There's another one in here. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, no veteran. Hold on. This is the best one. Yeah, you're right. Here goes a guy who's not a I gotta do this. This is great. This is perfect timing. Hey, Paul Maggot. Here you go, Maggot. Paul Maggot. Yeah, he was never in the military. What's that say right there? U.S. Army. And what's this? Hey,
Dutch Navy.
yeah, he never held a gun. See, Rob, this is what I'm saying. They lie continuously. Here goes. Look, in real time, he said he never fired a gun. I've never heard Rob talk being proud of anything like that. So we just proved it, man. Look, here goes an award from the governor. Well, senator now. Him with his dog. What was that dog's name? You remember?
His name was Jack.
Jack, how about this one?
That was Art.
Oh, that's Art. See, people, there you see facts. Vets, they were getting bad. Homecoming. They were getting a bad one. How bad was it for them Vietnam vets? It was really tough coming home, huh?
Yeah, really, they got shit on. Unfortunately, the population turned against them because of this liberal mind. That those hippie liberals. At the time they started this movement. And
Yeah, and like Jane Fonda couldn't even pass a note off. I'm sorry, that pissed me off.
Yeah, you don't take it out on the service members. Take it out on the government. You get
Melanie
mad at
said, thank you for your service, for your great service. Melanie B.
Thank you,
Melanie,
man.
I don't know. No, this is no flirt or nothing, but I had an ex named Melanie, and she was mean to me. She was hot, but she was mean. No disrespect. I'm not saying that's the. I'm sure you, your husband, have a great life. I'm just saying I had a bad experience with a Melanie, but I'm sure you're a great person. Just speaking in real time.
I was an
Where
MP.
were you an MP, Stone Sour? Diego wants to know. Yeah.
No, it says, were you? Yes, I wasn't.
Oh, were you? Sorry, Diego. We're having some audio.
Arms.
Where at? You're breaking up. Breaking up. In and out. I don't know if you can hear us, but thank you, Melanie. I appreciate that. I know. I can't hear him. Can you guys hear him? Rob, you might want to go out and try to come back. I can't hear him, guys. Hey, Leprechaun, how does it feel to be so little that you got to sit on a soapbox and grab the wheel? Hey, Leprechaun, how does it feel to know that one day you're going to lose it all because you're a cheater and a liar and a sneak and a snake oil salesman? Hey, Maggot, how much longer before you realize that you got a face that only a damn gorilla could love? Hey, Maggot, when are you going to take that moccasins in for some service? I think they got to go in for over 100,000 miles of service. Yeah, he is the Keebler elf. Oh, it's Johnny the Keebler elf making the cookies up in my tree. Can you hear, Rob? Let me hear
No,
you
no.
now. There you
Yeah,
are. I couldn't hear you, man.
yeah. I was lost. The connection got bad. I saw it go out for some reason. It was me.
Oh,
Yes,
cool,
I was a military policeman, but in the Navy we're called Master at Arms. Yes, correct.
cool. That's what's up. Yeah, you got to come on when Ed comes on, man. So
Yeah,
we're gonna set that up. Yeah, he's a great guy, man. He's been through it too.
forward to it. I like Ed.
Yeah, he did. He's still very, I would say, militant.
Yeah.
You know, like he still has that straight. Yeah. Do you miss the military? What do you? What is? Look, anybody can hold on. Anybody can say, "Oh, what's the one part of the military? What's the one part of the military you don't miss?" It's got to be something. Is there one little pet peeve or something? Oh, her dad's a
I mean,
sailor.
I miss. I mean, trust me. We had a lot of bullshit. We had a lot of bullshit things we had to go. We always had to stand duty. We always, having to get permission to do every freaking thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, go on vacation, where you go. I mean, that's just the military. But that bureaucracy I don't miss. But other than that, I miss, the camaraderie and, just getting to do fun things like train dogs and shoot guns and,
Yeah,
walk around all
yeah,
day.
yeah. Yeah, what did he
Walk
say,
around.
that guy? Hey, maggot. Yeah, he never held a gun. I just love proving him wrong, man. It's just great in real time.
But in reality, all I did, I walked dogs, shot guns all day. I didn't have a job. I had a hobby. So I'm
Wait,
pretty
Diego,
blessed.
hold up. Diego, you were in the military too? I didn't know that. Where have I been? This
No,
cannabis ain't that good.
power tripping. Yeah, there's power tripping. Yeah, NCOs. Yeah,
Oh, I guess
yeah.
he was in it. Diego, I didn't know you were a vet. Where at, Diego? Bureaucracy, man. Oh, that's the worst.
Yeah, but other than that, I loved it. I got no regrets. You know,
How
had
about
a
the
great.
young guys? Did they listen or they try to be tough?
Oh, well, I mean, the sooner they realize that we could do whatever we want with them, the sooner they realize that they have no, you know what I'm saying? That they got no fucking, like, even wearing civilian clothes is a fucking privilege. Until they realize that it's our world now. And I say our because after you've been in a couple years in the military, after you're out of your first enlistment of 4 and you're on the second one and you're kind of like, all right,
Yeah,
and you're about to do a third one, you realize you're a lifer, so you become part of the firm. You know what I'm
that's what's
saying? You're in
up.
the lifer
You
crew.
see the same
Yeah.
people all the time, like when you go back, like
No, no, man.
no,
The
no, I'm
Navy.
saying like when you're getting ready to go before you leave the country or wherever you're going,
Yeah.
deployed or when you go to your assignments, do you see like some guys like when you like maybe run in to get your gear and all that, like run into old like sergeants and guys like guys of brass and shit. Is that what they call it?
Well, sometimes you would bump into guys in passing, different, especially as canine guys, as a dog handler. But our community's kind of small, so I know a lot of the Army and the Marine and the Air Force dog handlers. We're all friends because we all go to the same school as dog handlers, and we're such a small community in the military that we pretty much know each other. So we would cross each other
Yeah.
on missions and things like that. So
Thank you,
it's a
Diego. And here's another veteran,
hey, Master G,
JJ.
I gotta take a dump. You got it, baby. Hoorah.
Yeah, good job. No, Diego's trying to act like he was at West Point, cadet, 17 months. That's something, bro.
Fill out a request sheet. Yep, you got to fill out a request sheet to do every fucking
For real?
thing. Oh, yeah. Absolutely right, baby. A request sheet for everything.
God bless you, bro. You know we got your back, Diego, all the time. He's a good dude.
You want to
Do
grow a mustache? Put in a request sheet.
for real? It's like
Yeah.
that.
Oh, yeah.
But see,
You
that's how I believe that. Imagine if that was still going. Just that whole sense of, I won't say just chain of command, but that respect factor. These young kids, man, dude, I've never seen so many kids carrying so many guns. I mean, I was around in the 70s, 80s, and the 90s, and 2000s, and 2000. Well, I mean, and when it was bad. I mean, obviously, I got shot, but
you're
not like
talking
this.
about illegal guns. Illegal guns.
No, yeah, yeah, no. Well, I'll tell you what, no, because it goes both ways. With all
But
the
wait. But when you said I have never seen so
Oh,
many kids,
illegal guns. No, yeah, and that forces legit people to get guns for their homes legally, because they
yeah,
want to protect themselves.
they're carrying illegal guns. They're not going through the proper channels, and now because of that, these kids that makes them the system want to shit on law-abiding people that want to protect themselves from these kids with illegal guns, and they have to
Yeah.
live in communities with these knuckleheads. And I have a right to defend myself, especially since you want to defund the fucking police.
Hey, what's
Okay.
this one?
Police, when they're supposed to act, some of them don't even act. You saw how they let all those kids got killed. I'm sorry. It's the
Yeah.
truth.
Yeah.
So don't tell me you just let this weapon of mass destruction guy out for the basketball player. Don't tell me
Oh man.
you're going to take my gun. I ain't giving mine up. I'm pro Second Amendment. I haven't
And
committed any crimes. I'm fucking, I carry my gun.
JJ, JJ, he's always talking little people. Get drunk in the little people strip club.
Hold up, wait for me. Oh my
Oh
goodness.
my God, he's nuts. No, but I think that's crazy, man. That like how do they just get? I mean, how do these people live with themselves, man? Like, I just don't get it. Like, imagine, like, look, I'm a civilian, right? Well, okay, well, no, in the so-called criminal world, I'm not. I held to that so-called bullshit code. Yeah, I never read it. People wear that as a badge of honor. I look at it as like, yeah, I never read it, and I don't respect that, but I don't hate people. Whatever they did, they felt they needed to do. God can only judge anybody. And I'm still grown, but I wish I never, ever, I wish I did like took a route like you or, never went down the wrong path and never did anything wrong, man, because, you know, it's,
But it
it
doesn't
is what
matter
it
now.
is though.
All it matters is now, Mike. All it matters is now. You know what I'm
No, I
saying?
know that. I know that. But
And
the
that's
thing
what you're
is,
doing. You're doing good things now. That's the only thing that matters. All that other stuff is just the past. That's old newspaper.
yeah,
You
like
know.
when you hear these people say they're going to send all this shit out from pictures of text and this and that. Listen, go send all that because I have an attorney and investigators, and I'll find out who sent it. And then when I do, then I'm going to say, listen, I'm a civilian, and then I'm
There's
going to sue you for everything I got and whatever comes with it because I'm tired of this shit, man. People better grow up. It's I don't know how it's gotten this bad. And
she's
already, yeah.
glad she is. Good.
Yeah, I can't legally possess one, but I am too.
I'll show
I'm
you how.
really good with a bow, though. Very good with a bow. Oh yeah, God, listen, God's put
Exactly.
me where I need to be a million times. There's no
Exactly.
doubt. You know.
Exactly. Yeah. You
What do you got
know.
going on? How was that pasta the other day?
Oh, it was great, man. Whew. I made it good. Spot on. I cook with cannabis. I make
Thank
delicious.
you.
I made that plum pudding. That was my first time trying to make it.
How was that?
It was good. I mean, it's like that British figgy pudding they call it. Jules likes it. She said she likes it,
What do you think
but
about this, man?
uh,
Regular guy, great statement. I always wanted to ask you about this too because the maggot says that his father killed 300 North Koreans. Most veterans never would brag about killing the enemy in the battlefield. Maggot said, yeah, I believe that too. Call of
yeah,
Duty player.
he's a fraud, man. He's a fraud. All the guy does is lie. His dad was a veteran. His dad was a Marine. His grandfather was a Marine. He was a Marine. His half black stepson is a Marine, and his biological son, that's a cop, was also a Marine. It's just lie after lie after
Yeah,
lie.
yeah, yeah. Yo, he invented the space shuttle. He's just a lying son of
He
a
took
gun,
arms to
man.
the country. He went to prison with Larry Hoover and John
Wait, what's
Wayne
figgy
Gacy.
pudding? What's that?
Figgy pudding. It's
What's that?
British. Figgy pudding. It's got you make it. It's got like dates in it. It's got raisins in it. It's got plums. It's.
Oh, that sounds good.
I got dates in it. Raisins in it,
Mm,
and you mix it. And I put cannabis infused butter in it. And then you got to steam it. You
mm,
make it into this pudding, right? And then you
yeah.
steam. Put it. You cover it, and you put it under like a pot with water, and you boil it, and you put a I watched how to make it on YouTube. So that's what I did with it. And it came out great. And it was cannabis infused and it's delicious. It's a sweet. It's like you put it in the refrigerator and you could serve it chilled and it's really good. It was my first attempt at making,
Does
plum.
everything have to go in an oven? Like a toaster
No,
oven's too small, right?
no, no, no. You can make it with just a stove. Well, all you need is really a stove because you want to put it in the water. You steam it. I'm trying to make it explain it to you.
No,
I'll show
he was
you.
saying it sarcastically.
Yeah,
Maggot, yeah. The only cop he's got is he's got nothing. That dude's a fraud. So what were
I
you
know.
saying? Just put in a pot with water?
Yeah, well, you put it, but you cover it because you want it. It's a special kind of pot, and you steam it. It's like what you boil, but you steam it. I'll show it to you. I'll send you the link. You can look at it. It's the same
I,
link I followed. I watched a couple of them, how to make it.
I want to start making my own edibles.
Well, I do now. I do that
Yeah.
too. Yeah,
See, I don't have the butter. I'm gonna have to make the butter myself. I've seen guys make it.
it takes a
I've
while.
seen guys.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've seen guys put the flour inside a thing and
mm-hmm.
put the alcohol in it, and then the alcohol, the way it ran through it, it was the real clean alcohol, and it dripped all the way through, right? In a
Mm-hmm.
filtered, and they squeezed it. They did it a couple times. Then what they did was burned all the alcohol off, and then left almost with like a shatter. But I've seen guys take that and
Okay.
put it and mix it with stuff, but I don't know how to do it. RSO would be probably easier for me because it has a syringe. You
Yeah,
know,
you do with the syringe. It's dosed. Yeah.
you got to do a cooking cannabis show with Jules.
I would love to. Yeah, we'll have to do that one day. We'll have to get that together.
Well, the good thing about me is I grew up in the kitchen, man. So there's nothing I can't cook, and I mean not like just putting. I mean garnish and everything like reduction. I learned all that stuff. Italian, I
Yeah.
can pasta from scratch. Anything. My son's a good cook too, man. He's 16. He can cook. He cooks a lot. Um, yeah, I just really want to get more into it. What do you got going
Yeah.
on tonight? Anything good?
No, nothing good, man. Just going to walk the dog and probably hit the hay.
Make
That's
sure
all.
you keep that Billy Western on your hip.
You got it always, man.
You know,
I I
I don't
got
know if
you the most.
you want to stay for the prayer or.
Go ahead, man.
All right, cool, guys. Yeah,
How many do you have in there?
what in here? I don't know. I can't really tell.
Oh,
It says I think it was up over 50 before. Now it says like 25. I don't know, dude.
okay.
I wouldn't care if there was two people in here,
No, no,
man.
no. I'm asking. I don't know. Last time you've
No,
been. I
yeah, I
mean,
know. Yeah, I
yeah, you
cook.
can
Scratch. Lisa, let me tell you something. I grow tomatoes. I make wine every year. That's no bullshit. I'm vicious.
do
Yeah,
it.
kids
Do it.
go crazy. Yeah, all right. Guys, thanks for coming in, Father Son. Dear God, Heavenly Father, thank you for this podcast. Thank you for good turnout. Thank you for the Stone Sailor. Thank you for his safety getting back over here. Thank you for all our men and women over there serving our veterans and, people in the chat who are veterans also. They ask you to watch over every kid and adult who's being victimized or abused mentally, physically, verbally. Watch over any veteran out there, any inmate, any animal being abused, any young child, anybody who's being bullied. Lord, anybody who's just getting harassed with a negative attitude versus a smile. That's all we strive for. In your name, amen. In Protestant. I'm not perfect, man. I pray it just makes me feel good. You know what I mean?
I hear you,
So,
brother. All
yeah,
right,
brother.
Bo. Thanks for
Yeah, I'll see
having
you
me.
tomorrow.
Always.
Thanks for coming by. Everybody, have a
Thank
good night. I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, SoFlo's tomorrow. Check that out. We're going on SoFlo's. I don't know what he's going on. We'll be there with him. So, infantry. Yeah. You guys have a great night, man. It's a beautiful morning, evening, whatever. God bless, man. Stay smiling. Who cares about views? Who cares about clicks? Who cares about money? You just have a good time with good people, man. You come, you be yourself. Nobody has to like me. That's the best part. If they like me, they do. If they don't like me, they don't. That's why this country's so great. But I still won't get down. And for the women like Maria who's going to drag me and do all this and that, you're trying to make me come out of my character. Dr. Zeus, you too. I understand. I'm well aware. You know, it's not going to work. And I will still defend my friends at all times. Like I said, for the leprechaun and, the maggot and for Mike Prick and Harmless and to all these women who act this way too. Uh, Karma's a mother humper. It comes back 10 times harder. You just, keep thinking that you are the puppet master or you have life figured out. You're smarter than everybody else. And you guys are great. You guys have it all going. The reason why we all know that this is bullshit is because we all smile. We enjoy. We go through bullshit, but we can smile when it's said and done. You guys never smile. You guys are so mad and so miserable that really that's what this is all about. It's not about anything. Like this content going back and forth is because people are insecure and they get pissed off. So they want to attack people. And then when people respond, then oh this, that, and the other thing. Listen, Leprechaun, we know who you are. Maggot, we know who you are. Nobody cares. Nobody's running nowhere. You're not scaring nobody. Karma's a mother humper. I promise you it's coming. And I don't say anything because I don't wish anything bad on anybody. I'm saying karma as in nature taking its course, as in this show is for information, education purposes only. I don't wish harm on anybody. I don't wish violence. I don't condone violence. But I do believe that it will come for you. You only get back what you put in. God bless people. Take care.